All right, everybody, we're back. And I just got out of the Mario Bros. Movie, and I gotta tell you, it was way better than I could have expected. It was so much better than I expected, and I actually had some pretty high expectations. I've been hating, sorry if you love Marvel. If you do, good for you, but I've been hating some of the new Marvel stuff. It's just boring to me now, and it's really predictable, and it's played out. And I want an NCU, you know, I want a Nintendo cinematic universe. I think that would be the coolest thing, you know, a Mario movie, maybe later a Zelda movie, and then working our way up to our Smash Bros. Movie instead of Avengers. I love the idea of it. Hey, maybe one day we'll see it happen, but today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down this movie, just what I liked about it, even what I didn't like about it, but there wasn't really that much that I didn't like about it. And I'm going to do it in a way that won't spoil anything for you. So let me jump right into it. The first thing, and you already know this if you saw the trailer, is the visuals. The visuals are amazing. I mean, Mario actually looks like Mario. First of all, we've seen studios try to jump in and really trash source material of other series. But they didn't do that with this. They did add a little bit to it, right? Mario looks very much like what we see in the video games, but they added certain textures, like with his hair, his mustache. Honestly, it looks a lot better. It looks so much. If they could make the games like that, I would love it. They all look fantastic, and there's a lot of landscape shots that are just absolutely beautiful as well, right? You've seen a little bit of the Mushroom Kingdom, mostly from the trailer, but it gets definitely cooler than that, which is great. The other thing I would say is how loyal they were to the source material. And I know on this channel, you know, we're mostly focused around gaming, so this is what you guys care about. You know, you're right here with me in the same boat. We freaking like the game. We don't want some kind of big studio to get their hands on it and just ruin it with their own stupid values and ideals that we're not even here for that. We want to watch a movie that has to do with our childhood, our favorite game, and that's it. That's all I want, you know? Call me selfish, but get the woke crap out of my freaking movie. I don't need to be taught anything, you know? I already went to school. I'm not going to say whether or not I did well. You can probably guess by how I'm talking not so well, but it doesn't matter. The point is, I don't want that. I want to be entertained, and I don't want you to try and teach me anything because it comes off self-righteous, and I'm over it. Anyway, quick little rant. But we've seen a ton of that. We've seen it with Marvel. Get out of here. That's okay. It's time for you to be replaced anyway. And I think Nintendo and Illumination are going to do that because they didn't stuff anything down our throats. They didn't stuff anything down our throats. And I feel almost choked up with how grateful I am for that. I'm just, you know, looking at the creator of Mario and the directors over there, who made this movie, and thinking wow, these people actually just cared about us as fans. You know, they actually wanted to just make something for our entertainment. Sure, make money off it too, but that's it? You didn't try and take an agenda, freaking open our mouths and just choke us to freaking death with it? No? Wow. Well, in that case, you have my gratitude. You have my money in the form of a ticket. I'll damn well see this thing twice. Some of these other ones got me pissed off. Anyway, that was nice. I liked that about this movie a lot. I had a worry, and you already know what my worry was because you probably had a very similar one. It was the voice actors. And this seemed like a sellout to me at first. I like Chris Pratt enough. I like Seth Rogen. Actually, was big Seth Rogen fan because I used to love all his old movies. Pineapple Express at one point was my movie. I don't know why. Looking back, it's all right, it's kind of funny, but I don't know. I used to just love all his movies. Anyway, I was worried about him. I was definitely worried about Chris Pratt as Mario because why? And they also had a voice actor for Mario already who'd done the games. Thing is about that, if you were thinking the same thing, what, this is a disservice to that voice actor, or well, he could do the best job, when you hear him actually saying full sentences, like there are clips of it elsewhere in the Mario voice, it's a little bit much. Like it would be too much to do a full movie like that. So I won't explain how they really work Chris Pratt's voice into it, but they do really, really make it work. The guy who does Luigi, I think his name was Charlie Day. I might be getting that wrong. I haven't seen him in as many things, but he nails it as Luigi. All the characters nail it. I think even from the trailer, you already knew Bowser was going to be the best one. And he for sure is. You know, he always, shows up and just does the best job. I feel like in all of his stuff. I got Tenacious D vibes from this Bowser, and I'm here for it. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, all of them really killed it. Oh! Keegan Michael something? I'm sucking with the names, but you've seen a lot of these people in other movies now, which was the worry, right? Oh, we're just getting these big name actors to come in here and voice act. Nah, they all did a really, really good job, and I was as shocked as anybody. I did not expect that. So, look, get that worry out of your head right from the get-go. I have heard a lot of other reviews saying they didn't like Seth Rogen because Seth Rogen just talked like himself, even laughed like himself, which I was like, yeah, that's kind of lazy. I don't love the mentality behind it, but the character, it honestly worked. I thought it was hilarious. I went to go see this movie with my dad and with some friends, and my dad, he's not within this scene at all. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know who Seth Rogen is or any of these actors. And he was just like, oh, I really like Donkey Kong, and it was really funny. So that was cool for me to see, and I think it kind of validates his performance a little bit. In addition to that, look, I think they stuck so closely to the games we know, but we don't hear Mario talk that much, so they had to add in some things, right? The plot, super, super simple. And once again, I said it before, that's what we want. We don't want complex. We're not getting political. It's a Mario movie. We're here to have fish jump over our heads and jump up and down on question mark boxes and try and find some stars. It's simple stuff. So when you see it, you'll be like, oh wow, Bowser's whole storyline is pretty much exactly, or his whole motive, is pretty much exactly what you would expect it to be. And that's completely fine. And it works. It's just fun. The movie's short, by the way, too. It's like an hour and a half. So it all works. They're not dragging this out. You're really here to get some awesome cinematic views. You're here to get some cool gaming references that'll make you feel nostalgic. And see a couple cool fights. And that's it, really. And that's all we want. So, a couple other add-ons that I thought were notable that aren't too spoilery. I will say, Jack Black. Jack Black does a lot of singing in all of his other parts. I referenced already Tenacious D, which was a hilarious movie to me when I was growing up. So, you'll hear Bowser do a little bit of singing, and that's not a spoiler because, first of all, you should have already expected something like that to happen. Secondly, it really has nothing to do with the plot at all. And then there's this blue star thing. You know what? Shoot, I'm forgetting the name. But it will give you an absolute existential crisis. It's like the epitome of positivity and depression mixed up in one little blue being. And I loved it. And there's going to be a couple lines from it that you'll get a good laugh of, and you'll know what they are when you hear it. So, at the end of the day, I just want to say this movie, it's fun, it's wholesome, they're not pushing anything on us, and I think this is the way that films need to start going towards in the future. Especially if we're doing this gaming stuff, right? We've seen other shows now that are based off of video games. Well, I just watched Last of Us, and I thought The Last of Us was so cool, but they're trying to get political here and there. Some people really liked it, other people really didn't. At the end of the day, if you just are focused on being as true to the game as possible, people are going to love it. What is the best thing that I heard of Last of Us? like everyone's favorite aspect basically was just taking images from the game and pinning them up against like stills from the show and seeing that they were close to identical. So that just goes to show, like, what do people get most excited about? The thing that is closest to what they already love. They're bought in. You and I are bought in on Mario from the game already. That's what we want. So why take it and just like piss all over it, to be honest, right? And I think a lot of studios would do that. They haven't done that. So I was happy for that. You know, this is something that I would say I could go to. I brought my dad to, right? And, you know, he enjoyed it and felt nostalgic about it. I enjoyed it and felt nostalgic about it. And how crazy is that? It's like multi-generational nostalgia. That's epic. Like, I haven't shared an opportunity like that with my dad in very many movies, right? Because there's, you know, decades between us. So it's so cool to see that that's something that probably a lot of, you know, parents and their children will get to experience. And I hope that Nintendo is able to keep doing this kind of stuff. I really think they have a chance to take this and kickstart something really freaking beautiful. And they're going to have the money to do it for sure. This thing will sell merch like there's no tomorrow. And you know what? I hope it does. And I hope that all these critics that are just, you know, trashing it for who even knows why, that they want it to have this deeper meaning. I don't. You know, it's Mario. It's here because it's just fun. It's nostalgia. And that's what they delivered. So go see the movie. I think you're going to enjoy it. I want to hear what your thoughts are down in the comments, though. All right. That's all I got for now. Have a great day. See you in the next video.